here with Williecato. Can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Um, as you know, my name is Williecato. I come from a military background. I grew up moving around from state to state. Spent most of my time in Germany because of my mother being a German. Graduated high school, moved to Hinesville, Georgia, and from Hinesville went to University of South Alabama in Mobile. Stayed there a couple of years, came back, was hired by the Georgia Power Company, and I have been there for 35 years, just recently retired in December. But that is how I became aware of the Keep Liberty Beautiful organization. We used to partner with them when it comes to the Bring One for the Chipper program. I was the point of contact for making sure the equipment was there, and because of that, I found out what that organization does, and it is everything I've been doing my whole life. So I thought it would be a great fit for each of us to go ahead and join and continue participating. And here I am 20 something years later, still a participant and loving it, spreading the word and educating the community.
So, what has been the greatest impact of your service to Keep Liberty Beautiful, and what difference or impact have you made to Liberty County?
I don't know about a huge impact, but I do spread the word. My son is a fine example because of my interest in conservation and preservation of our natural resources and things like that. He started tagging along when he was, I think, 3 or 4. And he's 20 today, so he has helped on projects for most of his life, and because of that, he's got some of his friends involved. And when you look at the organization itself, it's not directly aimed at older folks our age. We participate in the schools. We kind of treat it as a family organization, because when you talk about a roadside cleanup, you can bring friends, family, neighbors, whoever, just as long as the community gets involved. And I've been here such a long time with my Georgia Power connections, and I married a local lady, Lisa, so I know quite a few folks in the area, and I'm always preaching, pick it up, keep it clean, and things like that, and try to participate in most of the projects that we do.
Well, Mr. Williecato, I want to say thank you, congratulations, and Keep Liberty Beautiful is better off the way it is now because of you, and for keeping Liberty County clean, green, and beautiful.
Thank you.
My name is Sue House. I'm from Tampa, Florida, and I'm a board member with Keep Tampa Bay Beautiful. I originally was from Birmingham, Alabama, and attended Auburn University and lived there for part of my life before becoming an Army wife, meeting a cadet from West Point and falling in love, and starting my journey of 27 years as a military wife. My mother was really my inspiration in that before I could even walk, she took me to garden club meetings. She was a master flower judge and one of the founding members of the Cabana Society in Birmingham. During the military life, in our first duty station in Germany, I had 2 little boys. I always had a love for flowers, and so I would plant them everywhere we went. And I found that marigolds were the common factor, that they would grow anywhere. In the United States and Germany, I even sent them to Vietnam for my husband to grow in pots by his hooch, which he did. And I would save the seeds from each time and they would bloom again. So I've always had a tremendous love for flowers and for our environment. During our time of moving around, 25 times in 27 years, we were in Washington twice, and I was the director of the teen board for Sears. And during that time, I did a Green Up Cleanup campaign for Keep America Beautiful. It was this was in the 70s when this was all just starting. We moved to Tampa in 1984, and in '89, Mayor Sandy Freeman asked me to join a group that she was starting called the Mayor's Beautification Program. She was very involved in wanting the city to become very, very beautiful and to have more trees and plants. And I became one of the founding members of that. And through it, we planted thousands of trees and thousands of plants. And some of our biggest things that we did were the aquarium, many of the parks, two of the parks downtown. The main park, Gas Street Park downtown, is one of our main parks, and it is something that we planted. My biggest planting was the Raymond James Stadium, and I had a twofold thing about doing this. The stadium was something that we had voted upon with a tax, and there was a lot of very ill feelings about it. And my feeling was that if people took part in planting things, they would have an ownership in the stadium, and this would help. And we used over 2,000 volunteers in planting the stadium, and it turned out great. It was a wonderful, wonderful event. And then later, as we went to the stadium, people saw it, and they were so happy to see their plants growing. I have a real passion for this, and my grandchildren do. They help me in the plantings of this. And I see that for generations to come, that this will just be something that will be continued, and I will always be a part of it.
Scott, the board president for Keep California Beautiful. It's been my privilege to volunteer my time these past 8 years in this position. Keep California Beautiful is headquarters here in Kern County at the Price Disposal Office, where I'm the administrator for a local refuse and recycling hauler. In 2009, my experience with Keep America Beautiful started with the Arvin Green Arts Festival, the first recycled material art festival in California in the city of Arvin. I'm honored that Keep America Beautiful has recognized me with the Sue Smith Professional Leadership Award. I live out my Marine Corps motto and code of conduct, Semper Fidelis, always faithful, God, country, Corps. Corps meaning community. Keep California Beautiful utilizes the Keep America Beautiful behavioral change system to educate, engage, and encourage all of our school programs from kindergarten to colleges, universities, and of course, California affiliates. I incorporate this motto in my other volunteer roles, including Keep Bakersfield Beautiful, American Cancer Society, Relay for Life, and Taft College Foundation Board. My two favorite patriotic quotes are John F. Kennedy, and so my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for our country. And Ronald Reagan, peace through strength. To me, meaning, if we together lead by example, we then can make a difference in all of our communities, making a cleaner, greener, and more beautiful place to live. I am looking forward to the 2028 Los Angeles Summer Olympics, or how Keep California Beautiful can work with, together, California state offices to raise awareness for volunteers to assist with this worldwide event, which has made Keep California Beautiful what it is today. Once again, thank you, Keep America Beautiful, and may God bless America. Amen.
Hi, this is Chris Siller from Keep Stockwell Beautiful. Come on, let's take a tour of my little farm town. We're about 4 square miles. We're 30 miles south of Purdue University and 45 miles north of Indianapolis. We're a rural community, mostly farm area. We do have a post office though, and an award-winning James Cole Elementary School. It sure is fun hanging out with the kids. We also have a store, Stockwell Market, that supports Keep Stockwell Beautiful and has great pizza. And we're getting a restaurant, first time in years. We're excited. The church is at the heart of our community, and they also support Keep Stockwell Beautiful. Our recycling center is supported by the Solid Waste District. We have a great volunteer fire department, and they're always ready when called. Our town wouldn't be complete without a grain elevator. And yes, we do have a library, a lending library. Sue, who would have ever thought all those years when you came to help us get our certification that 2 years later we'd be a national award winner and then more awards to follow? It's been a great road. I'm so honored to receive this award, but the best award of all is to see the children's faces, especially when they catch a fish for the first time, or when they're in the outdoor ed center and they're running and screaming and playing, or when they're just hanging out. We have the best volunteers in Stockwell. They'll go to any height. Even our minister got involved, got in his kayak and pulled our pump from our pond for us. And then Larry brings his backhoe for bulky trash. The greatest volunteer of all was Chuck Weitzel. Rest in peace, buddy. Sue, you started a fire that continues to grow. I am very honored to receive this award, and I would also like to thank my husband, David, from the bottom of my heart.
fishing line on that pole over there.
Who's coming down the street? Well, that's the award-winning Coal Cubs. They walk into Stockwell each year. They help pick up yards around town, abandoned houses, abandoned properties. They rake. They do roadside cleanups. They help at the church. And they've been known to bring a smile or two to people passing by as they're working. The Coal Cubs have also helped beautify our town by planting flowers around the roadside. James Cole Elementary has a 5-acre outdoor ed center in which Keep Stockwell Beautiful maintains. It has wetlands for the children, an outdoor amphitheater, a 5-acre pond, a windmill, a 20 by 20 deck, a bat house, a butterfly garden, and a rain garden. Some of the activities that take place at the Outdoor Ed Center is the annual regatta race, where children build boats out of boxes and duct tape. Pond Day is also a special day for the children when they learn about our native plants, animals, soils, and water. Cole also hosts the annual Bulky Trash Tire and Electronics Collection. Arbor Day is a special day at Cole as well. Cole Cubs pledge to recycle. They sure do. And so Recycle Mania is held each year for third graders. James Cole, over the years, has brought us lots of good volunteers that have remained with Keep Stockwell Beautiful for over the years. They have provided helpful hands, ideas. They provided a service to our board. So when you see those orange vests walking down the road in Stockwell, just know it's the Cole Cubs going home.
Keep Brevard Beautiful is harnessing the power of digital media to reach new audiences in challenging times. Using cameras, microphones, lights, and live streaming equipment, an innovative new way to impact the community is at our fingertips. Our staff can live stream educational presentations directly to local classrooms from our home office, or live stream event information or volunteer recognition on any of the major social networking sites. With the addition of a live video broadcast studio and a mobile app that volunteers can carry in their pocket, our mission statement can be everywhere, in real time.
Santa Fe, New Mexico is the second oldest city in America, with close to 90,000 residents and an average of 2 million visitors per year. Keep Santa Fe Beautiful Board of Directors felt that this historic and fascinating place lacked a crucial detail found in almost every other city or town. We did not have an entryway sign to mark one's arrival to this historical city. So in 2018, we set out to design and erect the first ever entryway sign in Santa Fe, one that would reflect its unique cultural diversities, draw the attention of visitors, and thereby generate revenue. We also wanted to bring a sense of pride for local residents, and we knew it had to be beautiful. This project, unprecedented for Santa Fe, required the collaboration of many governmental agencies, tribal council, stakeholders, businesses, elected officials, and residents, which is not an easy task. Not to mention that the work was done under the additional challenges presented by the COVID-19 pandemic. But despite the hurdles, in June of 2020, we achieved our goal, Santa Fe's first ever entryway sign, marking one's arrival to our unique city. The sign represents a historical accomplishment and adds a tangible asset to Santa Fe that is not only beautiful, but sustainable. Our next step is to add solar-powered lighting and an environmentally friendly landscaping to further elevate the aesthetic of the sign. We want to ensure that it remains an iconic Santa Fe landmark for generations to come.
Hi, my name's Ross Bryant. I'm a volunteer for Keep Room Floyd Beautiful here in Rome, Georgia, and you're watching the KRF broadcast. When COVID-19 hit, we knew that we were going to have to change the way that we engage with our community. When we first started, cleanups and environmental education events were pretty much put on hold entirely. COVID-19 guidelines were still kind of hard to navigate, and although we are committed to keeping a clean community, we know that a healthy community is just as important. We needed a change. That's when I revealed the KRF broadcast, a weekly broadcast that shares important upcoming events, environmental education, and more. Since then, I've covered several topics like tarping, sustainability, roadside litter, and even COVID safety. Inspiration was originally just to kind of have a Friday sign-off each week, almost as if I was doing my own broadcast. I think over time it just kind of became this fun little way for me to interact with our community. It's been really nice. And boom, you got the KRF broadcast. And here's the thing, sometimes they're silly, working on a tiny project behind the scenes. Sometimes they're a little more serious. Okay, didn't see that. I think if I had to give at least one piece of advice, I'd say, really, I think the most important thing you can do is just be yourself and have fun with it. I'm an environmental studies major with a minor in digital storytelling at Berry College. So getting to combine my major and my minor at my volunteer site has been awesome. Looks like that's all the time I got. Thanks for watching the KRF broadcast.
I'm Cynthia.
I'm Joanne.
And I'm Eileen.
And we are the board of Keep PC Be Beautiful from Panama City Beach, Florida.
And this year we started a program called Adopt a Beach Access. And we wanted more community involvement. And boy, did they show up. They adopted all 97 beach accesses on our 27 miles of beach here in Panama City Beach. So we are thankful. They've got over 1,000 pounds of trash they've picked up already. Thanks to our community, and thank you, Keep America Beautiful.
Hello, so this is Amy Hartline from Keep Dalton Whitfield Beautiful, and with me is
Abby Burt.
And she is a local Girl Scout that approached us for her project for Art Can Inspire. So you can actually see one of the cans we made here. We wrapped about over 20 cans across the whole county to help try and prevent litter by encouraging people to come and actually throw away their trash and notice where the trash cans were. Can you tell us what inspired you to do this project?
I was inspired due to COVID-19. I was getting out of the house more, and I noticed other people were too, just to go on walks with my family and all of that. And so I started to notice the increase of trash due to the increase in use of parks, and I really wanted to prevent that because I wanted my community to be more beautiful.
Perfect. All right. And what did you like most about the project last year?
I really liked the creative aspect and how supportive Keep Dalton Whitfield Beautiful was of me. And I also was completely shocked at the amount of litter we did reduce.
Yeah, so when we started, we actually did a litter survey where we took each trash can and counted the litter within however many feet and counted every single piece of litter. And then 2 weeks after we installed them, we went back and counted the litter again, and we saw a 56.5% decrease, which is a fantastic decrease, and we are so happy that we got to work with you. And we want to thank Keep America Beautiful for recognizing this effort. We hope that other people will be inspired by the same thing. You can see we're wearing the design as well. We got to sell some t-shirts after and raise a little bit of funding because people liked the design so much. But we'd love to see some other designs that other people can think of for their own